Good luck, touch gloves, let's go to work.
Jay.
He can make,
allowing you to admire the work.
And when he does throw a punch, Larry, you can be sure it's going to be a hard punch.
Body shot by Canelo. Attack. Now Shane comes back to the body himself.
fans chanting in the background, Canelo, Canelo.
Out of the punches, and I don't think we will. I believe in order to get some respect from Canelo, because
Mosley to take the lead in the fight and looking for opportunities to do that. Emmanuel is that Canelo seems satisfied for the moment to function as the counterpart.
Is trying to make weight so much for this version of Mosley.
Or
if he wonders if Canelo is showing a little bit too much respect.
Now Alvarez begins to go forward. There's the jab, and he landed it flush on Mosley. And now, finally, Canelo is beginning to put a physical into the intensity, which has made him a star in Mexico.
Well, I love his punches all the way through the target every time he punches. Fighters punch, and they don't punch through the target. They front.
Again, the official record is 39. Canelo Alvarez began to step it up as CompuBox number against Canelo Alvarez. Alvarez alternate. These body shots are designed to test the. Say, oh no, Shane's going to finish the fight. He's Shane Mosley.
He just, to me, I would just get another.
He looks discouraged sometimes when you hit him. Does that affect judges in your view?
And he's not the type of guy that's going to tie up a guy like a lot of the veterans.
For Canelo, that could create some opportunities.
But heads or whether it's from a blow.
Told by the truck that we are going to see clearly in a replay that it was a headbutt. And how deep is that cut? Ultimately, those questions. How long will it stay closed? How long before the blood starts flowing?
You're winning the fight. Don't think that because of this it's going to be a problem.
I'm alive with that uppercut and that right hand and that left hook. Anyway, if the fight gets 2-1.
Our Andre Ward. Andre, welcome to our microphones.
But thus far, Canelo Alvarez has taken over tonight.
Do you think it's the body punch? Fans, I mean, how big a fan were you of Mosley?
At some point, fighters are going to get old.
It's very impressive when he punches, but he still hasn't been that busy. I mean, he punches and expected him to be.
What's your instinct, Andre? Does Canelo fight?
He's a dangerous fighter, so that's why we see the high guard. He's not taking any sip for.
Alvarez's cut and Miguel Cotto. Cotto throughout their careers, Andre?
Absolutely. Fan of Miguel Cotto.
Indeed. Canelo Alvarez now fighting through what?
I've never been cut by a punch, and I've always been able to stay focused. Like a real champion right now. He looks like a guy who has 40 fights.
Who's your? It has a name, Andrew.
Yeah, with Vladimir Klitschko. This actually winning the decision because he's busier and
punches, Emmanuel. That's my take. I know that you see shit wrong because judges have shown that they'll respond to activities. But when
this is why we all love Shane.
Low and referee Jay Nady.
This has been Canelo's best round to me because he's been busy.
Well, I think it's very important. I mean, if you need to have something, his mindset to come win and prove the doubt is wrong is what's getting him.
It takes to win that fight against that style. You're brilliant at that.
Attention of the crowd for the most part and the judges because he punches.
Mosley landed
a welterweight, but the type of fighter that wasn't dominant anymore. Mayweather, he still has to fight the bigger guy.
Winky right, and decided he wanted to do it again.
Don't hold his head.
In this fight in particular, because we just recently made a deal where it's going to Brundage wins just to fight Canelo Alvarez probably this fall.
Alvarez continues to grow and develop, and if he wins this fight, he's going
to punches with full authority. And if he would be busier than
but Shane is,
he's landing more than half his power shots, and it becomes increasingly questionable.
Whether we'll ever see.
And now Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim, I've got 5 rounds to 1. Hard shots, doing more damage. Canelo Alvarez.
I think Andre Ward said it very well. He has a sophisticated overall.
If he don't knock Shane out, he may have some problems.
For Canelo, it's almost a no-win situation unless he's not going to get full credit for just beating a 40-year-old Shane.
Dressing room interview with Shane with a question about people. Larry is landing bombs.
Yeah, he's been in fights, high-contact fights.
Very seldom we ever see him fight with a guy that can. Surprised that he's taking those shots, but Shane, he's going to have a problem with Shane.
Well, we're a minute into the 8th round, and it appears that
Wow.
But again, I think he's trying to lull you to sleep. Power shots, one right after another. Boom, boom. Budding shots. He's had a great chin.
Yep.
Never been knocked out.
Guys that do that where they roll their head and you think that you're hitting them. Yeah.
Shane Mosley started to listen. As the fight goes on, Mosley allowing Mosley to throw to set up his own counter shots.
He is an attrition fighter. He does not.
Short right hand in.
Your head.
Ripping Mosley to the head over.
Some recent fights.
Just took 2 vicious body shots and a third.
Mosley's legs have held up. To pass the addition.
Absolutely right. Including in his loss to Floyd Mayweather 2 years ago.
Look, this left hook to the body that he landed earlier was the best shot. This is the most effective punch I think that he's landed in the entire fight.
Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim, I got an 89-80 taking a terrible beating by a young kid who's just strong.
And once again, Alvarez starts the round fairly slowly.
Takes a break again.
Shane has any.
No, he's not sure. And Shane's punches really as a lightweight.
He tried it right there. In his prime was a left hook.
Maybe that encourages Mosley to keep going, although
won't quit and is determined to finish the fight. I think so far.
No, you can't stop his fighting. I mean, he's getting hit with iron back, but that's Shane. He's in there like with a guy. When he punches back, Alvarez has so much more.
Of the fight didn't bother Canelo in even the slightest degree. For a 3rd loss in his last 4 fights.
still fighting.
Canelo, as you pointed out earlier, Larry is getting
News, so that giving Floyd Mayweather
is a brilliantly conceived pay-per-view for Mayweather. Canelo adds
The Cinco de Mayo and Canelo here is snacking for the Mexican part. And Miguel
Filipinos.
or lose, he attracts them.
Mosley's due to.
Last stand.
Well, we always knew he was a good puncher, but explosive. But in the meantime, he doesn't box it.
Shane Mosley's opposite number. At the end of the day, Shane lasted 3 more too. If Shane had made it.
But there were 2 fighters who
Wound up working with and for him at Golden Bull.
the fans standing up all around this arena.
A very courageous fight.
He tried.
It was all the way down the wire.
Champion of the world, Saul.